Hi, so I know it's been a while since I've done a YouTube video. I think the last video I did would have been on my FD2 Type R. So I have since sold that. I was trying to convince myself to grow up, but I have now in fact actually bought a new toy, which is what I'm going to use for track days next year, which is a Renault Clio RS197. Now the purpose of this video today is I'm going to be going through a little install. So a bit of backstory: when I went to test drive the car, I noticed when I was trying to sort of give it full throttle, in second gear in particular, between 2,500 RPM and 3,000, it had this sort of like hesitation. Felt like almost like a misfire. So when I spoke to the guy who obviously I was buying it from, he explained to me that it had a history of having a sports cap fitted to it, which made it worse. Then they put this Miltech exhaust on it, and they were basically saying it was down to that and it was normal. I almost pulled out of the cell because of it, because I didn't want a headache of having to worry about an unhealthy engine. But there was no engine light on, so I went through and did a deal and bought it. As soon as I got home, I started Googling it, researching it, and found lots of threads on Clio ownership forums, and they had mentioned that it was actually a common trait for the 197, so that put my mind at ease a little bit. And ultimately it comes down to being that it seems to be the map sensor that sits on top of the engine on the inlet. They are loose, almost by design. Seems like a massive flaw to me, but it is what it is. And basically the common bodge is you would cable tie the map sensor down to keep it from moving and also keep it tight into the inlet. I was going to do that, but then I also noticed that someone had mentioned a company called Moto-CNC, who do, I guess, precision engineering, and they make this, which is a map bracket. I'm not sure how clear that's going to come up, but we will get some close-ups of this in a moment. And basically what this does is this fits directly over it, over the map sensor, and should hold it tight. So what you get in the little package is a little Allen key to do the install, the bracket itself, and 4 little screws. So I can see already that it only takes 3 to mount this, 2 on the top and 1 at the back. So I'm assuming 1 is extra just in case you lose one. Yeah, it looks really, really well made. I'm not sure how clear it's going to come out, but you've got their emblem on the front there, and then on the back you've got sort of the inserts where I'm assuming it's going to grip onto the inlet manifold and hold the bracket in place. So they claim this only takes 1 minute to install. We'll see if that is the case. And it also claims that it will resolve kangarooing, which I haven't experienced yet because I haven't had the car that long, engine hesitation, and the common flat spot. So I will probably do a follow-up video, or at least I'll put some mention in the comment or edit the description of this video to say how I got on once I've done it. But I thought this is probably a cleaner option. So this retails for £19.20 on eBay at the moment. I think you can also buy it direct from their website. Their website will be linked below. But I bought it on eBay, and yeah, came in a couple of days, very, very quick, great service. So the only other thing worth mentioning is they do recommend when installing this to put some, I guess, Loctite or some sort of adhesive onto the screws to try and prevent them from coming loose, which is from engine vibrations, which is probably why they give you a spare one, knowing that some people won't. I'd be perfectly honest with you, I'm not going to bother putting some sealant on these. If I do lose one, then I will learn my lesson and I shall then do it the second time round. But again, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to get it installed. So yeah, I'll get some close-ups of this, and we will go and install this on the Clio. Okay, so let's give you a demonstration of the map sensor, where it sits inside the engine. So you see that? Very, very loose. So I know also some people will also go to the lengths of actually taking this out and replacing the O-rings on it. So if I try and get around to the side just to sort of show you how much it moves. So this apparently is the cause of the hesitation spot. So let's get this installed. Also, just a little tip, what I have done here is I've actually pre-installed the screws just there flush, so they're not making any contact with anything, or won't be making any contact with anything, just to make it easier when I put it in. Okay, so what we do is push out straight, up over the top, push down, and what I'm going to do is actually use this end, so I'm only using that as leverage instead of that as leverage, as to not over tighten the screws. So I'm going to do is I'm going to start by doing the rear one, so that actually ties it to the engine. Perfect. And then what you want to do is then just screw these two down to push the maps insert into place. And what you'll actually notice is it actually starts to lift this up a little bit. So once you're doing that, just check it, and there you go. Much sturdier. Just tighten up a little bit more. And there we go. So, Moto-CNC, we're not lying, it actually takes less than 60 seconds. And yeah, I shall be sure to give my feedback once I've driven it to see how it now behaves. Thanks for watching.